We were all there, watching the Game Awards in 2025. Jeff Keighley takes the stage one last time for that big one more thing announcement. He's hyped it up for weeks, saying we were in for something special. And we get Highguard. Watching Highguard get wheeled out as the big reveal felt less like a surprise and more like a reminder. The industry still hasn't learned its lesson. For years, major publishers chased live service as if player attention was infinite. But it isn't. Time is finite. Trust is finite. And the more these companies flood the market with games designed to be your second job, the more they cannibalize each other. Now, not to dunk on Highguard, it's already dead, and I'm not one to beat a dead horse.
There he is, beating that dead horse! Get him!
This is something that is prevalent across the industry today. It seems all the big publishers wanted to hop on the live service train, and it seems no AAA games being released today don't feel like a full-time job. To take Sony alone as an example, they've already canceled 8 live service projects, with 4 still on the way. Herman Hulse, what are you doing? The frustrating thing about this is that it seems that there was little to no thinking behind this live service push. I mean, why was Bluepoint Games working on a live service God of War game? Fair Game $ is now an extraction shooter. We've got a Horizon Fortnite Lite on the way. Sony, come on, where are the single player games? Now, I'm not saying that live service games are inherently bad. I'm really enjoying Marathon and Arc Raiders. I also used to love Fortnite and the finals when they first came out. But these games aren't why I love the gaming medium. They aren't the reason I built a PC or the reason I bought a console. They're fun in the same way that you can enjoy a cheeseburger from time to time. But if your entire diet is only junk food, you're gonna be in trouble sooner or later. The worst part is, these live service games are consistently failing and failing big. These studios are watching their development investment just get incinerated, and who do they blame? The poor developer who is just doing their job. I mean, in the past 2 years alone, we've seen the following. Concord failed with a budget between 100 to 400 million, resulting in the closure of Firewalk Studios, which affected 210 employees. XDefiant failed, resulting in the layoff of 277 people. Spectre Divide failed with a budget of 35 million, resulting in the closure of their studio. Multiverses failed with a budget of 100 million and an undisclosed number of layoffs. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League failed with a budget of 200 million. Highguard failed just earlier this year and had their studio closed of roughly 200 people. These failures are sad and they affect real people. People who had no control over the direction of the project. And the worst part? Nobody wanted these games to begin with. All this loss was unnecessary. And now we have reports of an extraction shooter in development with Epic Games. I mean, who is going to play that? Seriously, nobody is tuning into the Mickey Mouse Sweat House anytime soon. People want to play games to have fun. The live service games that succeeded were the ones that prioritized fun for the average or casual gamer, someone who only had a few hours in the evening to play and making sure that they had fun doing so. That's what gaming is all about. You're not supposed to be sweating it out 40 hours a week to keep up with the competition. Games are supposed to be fun, and I feel like some publishers have lost sight of that as they got whisked away with dollarized eyes like Scrooge McDuck at his first whiff of money. The secondary challenge with developing so many live service games is the fact that the player base is finite, so their available time is finite as well. Imagine this as a hypothetical. There are only 100 consoles in the world and each person only has an hour to play on average. That's 100 hours of available playtime. Now say for a live service to succeed, it needs 30 hours of that playtime minimum. That means in this hypothetical, no more than 3 live service games can exist at once.
That's my quant.
Your what?
My quantitative. My math specialist. Look at him. You notice anything different about him? Look at his face.
That's pretty racist.
Look at his eyes. I'll give you a hint. His name's Yang. He won a national math competition in China. He doesn't even speak English. Yeah, I'm sure of the math.
Now, this is an exaggerated scenario, and there are way more consoles out there than just 100 consoles, and the average player probably plays more than an hour a week. But the point I'm trying to get across is the fact that time is finite, and we are approaching that critical mass. There's only enough space for so many live service shooters, sports games, racing games, fighting games, or whatever they may be. The more live service games that are pushed, the less likely any of them are to succeed. All these publishers are essentially cannibalizing their own market. The tertiary problem these live service games will face is the barrier to entry. You can have an excellent game just sent out that fails because you have to convince the existing players of existing games to jump over. Why would a Fortnite player who built up years of cosmetics and emotional resonance and familiarity with a game ever jump to try yours? Why would they give it a go if they are happy with what they have? They simply won't. Do you have any idea how many times I've asked my friends to try new games only to receive a hop on Rocket League text? The thing is, I can't even blame them for sticking with what they know because the fourth, newest, and most pressing problem with live service games is that you don't know if it will be here tomorrow. These games have been doing nothing but launching and shutting down a few weeks later for the past few years. How can anyone trust that these games are here to stay? Seriously, Marathon isn't even performing terribly, and I still feel shaky recommending it because I don't know if Sony or Bungie consider it a success. Publishers need to be smarter and stop going for projects with the biggest dollar sign in front of them while ignoring the fact that they are walking off a cliff. The first publisher to start winning players back by simply giving them what they want will win massively. Give us good, well-written, and fun-to-play games. They don't even have to look great, they just need to be fun to play. This is where the market is at. To anyone listening, the market is your oyster. This is your opportunity. Just to prove it's possible, Hogwarts Legacy was the best-selling game of 2023. Give the fans what they want, and they'll pay you hand over fist. The problem with live service games isn't that the model can never work. It's that publishers keep treating it like a guaranteed gold rush, even though players only have so much time, so much money, and so much patience. They are not competing in an empty market. They are competing for attention in one of the most crowded spaces in entertainment. And the publishers that remember how to simply make games people want to play again are the ones that are going to win. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you all next time.